motherfucker.
Still,
TR,
yes.
we're live.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. What's going on? HW2, or just HGW. Don't do the
Oh,
V2. Get that
oh,
shit.
word.
Get that shit
The
out of here.
artist formerly known as HCWV2.
It's now just HGW.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you guys don't even need to add the V2 at the end. It's kind of ridiculous.
Swag.
Joined as always by TR.
Sup?
How you doing?
I'm doing swell. I'm off today. I just worked 4 days straight. I like having off days. We got
Yeah.
Payback on the horizon, which is going to be a good show in my opinion. We'll get to that later.
Yeah. Well, I've been sick these past couple days,
Oh gosh darn.
so I haven't worked, and I'm not working tonight. So, yeah, it's been fun, being sick. It's great.
Jeez,
Um,
it's terrible.
Anyways, we got some stuff to talk about before we get into Payback. I just want to give an update on my channel. I got my first strike by WWE in
Man,
in two
boo.
in 2 years for the top 15 matches of
Get that
2015.
now?
I got it now.
That's weird.
It's kind of dumb. I
That's
haven't
pretty
gotten
dumb.
a strike from WWE in like 2 years, so this is
That's
kind.
really saddening.
It makes me sad on the inside. But with some bigger news, we had some people that lost their lives in the wrestling business and out. China died, obviously. That was kind of a big shock one.
Mm.
Balls Mahoney, which I'm kind of an awful person, and I kind of laughed the first time I heard that he died. But the only reason why I laughed was because back when he was in ECW, like 2007, everyone would chant balls, 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 balls when he walked out.
Yeah.
And as a kid, I thought that was the funniest thing ever. So when I heard that, all I could think of was me and my friend chanting balls like as loud as we could, and my mom yelling at me, "What the hell are you yelling?" And it was
Why are
just
you
like,
yelling balls all
"Why?"
of a sudden?
And we're like, "This guy's saying balls," and they're like, "Stop it! Don't do that." Uh, and then yeah, so that we had that thing, but we also had a couple shows after we recorded. Just a couple small shows.
Hmm. Nothing big.
Takeover Dallas, and Mania.
Hmm.
What you thought of Takeover?
Takeover was pretty awesome. I still see a lot of people who are like, oh, it wasn't too amazing. I mean, Zayn and Nakamura was okay.
They can go
Tag
to
match was
hell.
okay. Divas match or women's match, let's say, was okay. And I'm like, the entire show was pretty stacked up to from the back. The only thing that wasn't too crazy about was Aries and Corbin.
Hmm.
Um,
Which was still an entertaining match, in my opinion. Like,
yeah,
I enjoyed it, and like that was like the worst match in the card.
yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm wondering what they're going to do with Aries now. He's disappeared completely. Actually, now that I think about it, I haven't really seen
Well,
NXT since then, so
he
maybe he
he,
hasn't.
I think he's debut or he's having an NXT match next week, his first one, because they
That's
recorded
really
a
soon.
lot. They recorded a lot from Fan Access, and they've been debuting
Oh
it
yeah,
the past
that
three
is true.
weeks. And Nakamura's already had like two matches, and Aries is
Yeah, I
about to
mean,
have his first on NXT or regular NXT.
I'm really intrigued by what they're doing with the roster lately too, especially when you look at Bobby Roode supposedly just showing up out of the blue
Did you see you
on that Takeover
debuted?
Dallas show.
See you debuted last night?
Yeah, and I don't want to spoil it, but
Oh, everyone fucking knows at this point. If you have a Twitter or Facebook and you
true.
follow WWE, you know.
That's a good point. Yeah.
So I'm just gonna say it. If you don't want to know, then leave. Like, join back in like a couple minutes. But uh, Eric Young debuted last
Hmm.
night. And I guess the rumor is that with Joe, with he won at the house show, which was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Um, but if he, what was I gonna say? If I guess it's supposed to be Finn Balor and Joe again at the next takeover, and I guess, but they're gonna have some stipulation on it. That's
Hmm.
supposedly what's going down.
That's
From
like from the tapings or
I believe so.
oh.
So but I mean, Eric Young kind of came out, and from the pictures that I saw, he was confronting Joe. So
Oh wow. That is just weird.
uh, who knows? But yeah, no, I thought Takeover was great, man. It was better than Mania. There was not a bad uh, match on the card. Nakamura and Zayn was 5 stars. It was fucking great.
Hmm.
The tag match was good too. I actually missed the finish because I had to help move something, which was fun.
Of
Um,
course.
so I came back and I saw they won. I was like, oh, cool. But it was a good match. But I feel like they just do so much that it kind of just like gets overwhelming at a certain point. Like their moves, like they do so much in a match that they don't need to.
American Alpha?
Yeah, well, both of these guys kind of mainly
Mm.
American Alpha. Like in all their matches, they seem to do more moves and more stuff on any other match on the card. I feel like they did more stuff in that match than Zayn and Nakamura did in their match. But Zayn and Nakamura's match was better.
It was super, super fast paced. It was pretty
Yes,
intense.
yeah.
I understand where you come from with that, but I love that match. It was
I
actually that. No, I wouldn't say that was my favorite match.
No, it
It's
was
up
a,
there though.
but it was a good matchup. Like I'm not
It was
saying it was a
awesome.
bad match, but I just feel like that sometimes you kind of need to calm down. Bailey and Oscar was great. It was kind of bad. Like had to follow Nakamura and Zayn, which I'm surprised. This crowd was great because they did not lose any momentum after that match.
No, it was
They,
hard not to. I mean,
yeah,
to do so. I mean, that was an incredible card.
they and like even after the Nakamura Zayn match, they weren't taken out of they were still in every single match after that, and it was great.
Hmm.
Uh, and then Asuka won, which I was kind of surprised she won. I thought Bailey was going to hold it maybe a little longer, but you know what? I'm fine with it because Asuka's great. I kind of forget though that she's a champion. like
Yeah,
it's
yeah, right.
it's like with Bailey, I knew she was the NXT Women's Champion. With Asuka, I'm like, hey, that's Asuka. Oh wait a minute, she's a champion. She has the belt. Um, and then the main event was good. The problem is that fucking they had to stop the blood, and it was ridiculous. They
And
had
he
to do
wasn't
it
happy
like
about that either, Joe.
no, and they had to do it like 4 or 5 times. And Stephanie McMahon, they showed before the match that she was there on ringside, and I guess some people said that she did not have a good look on her face when there was blood. When
I
Joe was
mean,
bleeding crazy.
with that said, did you see the video of like Shane's kids with him as well? And they're sitting right with Steph, and I think Linda was there as well, and they were chanting along with the crowd
At the NXT.
against all the blood cuts.
Oh,
Yeah,
were they at NXT? That's funny.
yeah.
I didn't know that. I just heard that she had like a disgust look to her face when they started. But no, yeah, that was a good match too. The problem was it seemed like every time they got fucking momentum, like I was so into the match, and all of a sudden, hey, let's stop. We got bleeding. Like you couldn't have like had a guy with Vaseline on the side. Like stop wiping it away because it's just gonna come back. Get like the
Yeah.
Vaseline and like. Anyways, though I realized that ref is the ref in that match was a former. I was like, why does this guy look familiar? And I guess he worked in the Indies for a long time. I'm forgetting his name right now.
Drake Younger?
Yeah, there he
Yeah.
is. Yeah, I didn't realize that was him. I was like,
Yeah.
wait a minute, that guy looks so familiar. And then and then I realized later that he was that's Drake Younger. So
Oh yeah, he's been a ref for a while now. He was a
yeah,
ref when when Owens debuted in NXT. Yeah,
yeah,
so yeah, he's been in there for a while. He's pretty awesome.
yeah. So yeah, that's and then we had Mania, which I thought
Mhm.
was a good but extremely long show.
Yeah. It went
Um,
5 hours.
and if you watch the pre-show, you watch 7 hours.
Hmm.
Um, I thought there was a lot of good wrestling, but I thought the booking wise, it was not all that great for a lot of it.
I agree.
Um,
Yeah.
I did not watch the pre-show at all, besides the Dudley's Uso match. Um, so I don't know. I know who wins. I didn't see. I still haven't gone back to watch it because I don't care.
And yeah, the main thing that had happened overall in that entire kickoff show was Nikki coming back, or at least making an appearance. So that
I,
was cool.
s- I saw that she did. I still haven't seen her walk out and whatnot. But I did see pictures of people that like the stadium, and they were like almost extremely empty. There was
Yeah.
reports that people didn't even get into the arena by midway through the Styles and Jericho match,
Hmm.
which dang, that's not good. They had a. I remember even during I was watching Botchamania and the latest ones, and they showed people outside chanting "Let us in,
Yeah.
let us in." But yeah, the Championship ladder match was great. Granted, it
Hmm.
was spot heavy, but like every multi-man ladder match is. So
Yeah, that was gonna happen regardless.
yeah, lots of crazy, not like too crazy, but there were some crazy spots. The Sin Cara like pretty much killed himself.
He wasn't caught. That's for gosh
No,
sure.
my God, he landed right on Miz, and Miz did not catch him.
Of
Like
course he didn't.
Miz doesn't catch anyone, and it's annoys the
Exactly.
piss out of me. My God, no one caught him. And then he did the crazy spot where he was pushed off the ladder onto Stardust, or on another ladder that was bridged. That was a great spot. Yeah. And then the exploder suplex,
Yeah.
which is not the
Which
first time they've done that move.
of course not. They've been back and forth with that
Yeah.
ladder. Trust me.
Oh my! Like in the Indies, they've done that move before, and that's probably like it's not a fun move that it looks like to take.
Oh,
And then Zack Ryder won, which then he then lost a night later, and now he's in catering.
of course. Jobbing to
Sure,
Corbin. No problem with that.
absolutely. What else? Then there was Styles and Jericho. Granted, good match, but like it was the fourth time we saw it, and Jericho won, which makes no fucking sense because now AJ Styles is the number one contender. The only way this makes sense is if AJ Styles wins this Sunday, which he has a very slim chance of doing so. Jericho's the number one contender.
We'll talk
That's
about it.
that's the only way that would make sense. Um, and then we had New Day and League of Nations whatever match. It was probably the weakest on the card. Uh,
But
I,
the end game, though.
but the end game though really made me mad at first. But then I'm like, okay, they just wanted to have the League of Nations kick New Day's ass, or not New Day's ass, or get their ass kicked by the three old fucks. But it
And they
was
could have
great.
done that if, like, the League of Nations just lost, but just beat him down afterwards.
Yeah, they could have done that, but nope. They had to get their win back on Raw.
So weird. I don't
Even
know.
even Kofi can't even get a win.
Shameful. This is so shameful. I
So
will say though, Shawn Michaels looked like he was in mega shape. Like that was ridiculous.
tech,
The guy was in ring work shape.
I'll take that as another last Shawn Michaels match.
Oh gosh, man.
And then we had, what was it? The Dean versus Brock was right after that.
Yes, which was
I
disappointing.
missed this whole match when it first started. All right, my
Dude,
network was like, "No, it's not going to work." It stopped, and then I tried to redo it, and it would not let me. And then I finally realized I can probably just use the Spanish version, right? So I click on the Spanish version, and the match just fucking ended. I'm like, "Were we really gone this long?" And then I'm like, "No, we were gone for like 10 minutes, and the match was over."
I mean, like, dude, did you? I'm sure you saw it back.
I
Surely.
watched after the show was over. I decided to watch it again, and I thought it was a good but really disappointing match for how
Yeah.
high my standards were. I remember freaking out about it on this prediction show for Mania, and it was just an eh.
I mean, I'm sure we both expected it to be like match of that entire show.
Yeah,
It
and it
had
wasn't.
all of the expectation because you're looking at the build and you're seeing what Dean is getting and getting afterwards, and he used none of it. And I feel like we should have saw this coming with the way that this show is kind of structured now. I mean, it's kind of
Mhm.
hard to see that he's going to use a barbed wire bat to great succession,
He
maybe
could have
making
hit
a lot of blood
Brock.
happen, but
He could hit Brock over the back.
he could.
He wouldn't have that much blood. He didn't have to do it on the face. Um, But I mean, like it was like a good match. But I'm really sick. This match confirmed my sickness of Brock Lesnar. Like I'm just sick of this guy having the same match over and over again. Sure, it's a good match every time, but like this is getting ridiculous. Like he's so much capable of so much more.
Hmm.
Like he was one of the best workers in the entire company back then, and now he's just the guy that goes out there and kick ass.
It's one of those things that makes sense to him, but it doesn't make sense to us. If that makes any sense. I mean, like, it won him world titles. It won him
Uh,
pretty much the entire landscape of everything since then. And it works for him, but when we're looking at it, it's like, we know you can do more.
uh
It would be a lot more entertaining, but I understand where it's coming from, and it's
Cause
kind of
like,
his thing now. So
cause like I've edited this match twice now, and like, it's just suplex after suplex after suplex.
hmm
I'm like looking for a new move, and it's like, how many times am I going to show a goddamn German suplex? Like,
you know what's funny about that? I'll say that now, and I'll look at it and I'll be like, we could have had so much more in this match. I'll go
yeah,
back to the first time this started, to SummerSlam 2014, and I will enjoy the crap out of that match.
because it's against John Cena, like.
I guess so, probably. It's
Oh.
just insane.
And then did we have the women's match after this?
I think we did.
That was my match of the night right there.
I was gonna say that too. That was my favorite
Uh,
match of the night.
it was great. Yeah, they just went out there again. Charlotte should have not won. I said I was fine with it, but I still am. But like the promo that she cut after Raw or on Raw the day after felt
hmm
like when she was like, "This is for us." This felt like something that Becky or Sasha should have said. You know?
It makes sense because I'm sure that's something that would kind of be sarcastic, and that's what kind of came across as with the entire roster being out there. You could tell she wasn't really having it, so I guess it
Mm,
makes sense.
I don't know. Then we had fuck, I don't even know what the fuck. We had Shane versus Taker, which was a match that all led to one spot. And
Yes.
I remember I was saying during the match, I want to see this man die. I want to see this man die. I want to see him die. What's he gonna jump off of? And he did it. And when he did it, I was really fucking like, I was like, holy shit, don't do it, don't do it. And then he did it, and I was
Yep.
like, and my friend was like, you just said you wanted him to die, and and now he's about to, and you don't want him to. I'm like, yes, okay. I'm scared, but no, it was like the match was very but that spot kind of it was insane.
The most heart-wrenching thing that I was witnessing before this match even started was when Shane came out. He goes back to the set
Oh
and brings
god.
out his kids. I'm
Oh
like,
god.
oh my gosh, no, they're gonna bring up for this? No.
He's gonna die in front of his kids.
I
No.
was heartbroken because I knew the writing on the wall. I was like, they're going to see this happen, and it's going to be the most insane thing. Granted, that
Uh,
entrance probably the best entrance for the fact that his kids were so adorable. But gosh darn it,
it was
don't have
awkward.
him out there for that.
It was incredibly awkward that entrance.
Oh my gosh,
And then what was I? I'm trying to think of. I was
the
gonna say
one-legged
something.
coast to coast was pretty dope too.
Yeah, he barely hit him too.
Yeah,
But he got it. And yeah, he Shane lost, and now he's still in control of Raw. Well, I guess we'll find out.
that annoyed me too. Like, like, why is that happening?
And there are reports that this might be Taker saying that this might be his last match, which I don't think it will. I think he'll face Cena next Mania. I feel like they need to have that match. They don't need to have the match, but it's the match that's going to draw you a lot of money, and to go out on, it's probably the best match you can. Because I don't think he wants to remember it as Shane being his last match. You
I don't
know.
know about that though, honestly, because I know Shane's really respected in the locker room, and I'm sure that Undertaker probably respects him a lot as well, just with the stakes that were on the table. And then again, with that being said, I mean, it wouldn't make sense storyline wise as well, since Undertaker was actually having his entire career at WrestleMania on the line. So, I mean, that
Hmm.
would make things even worse when we're talking about how that would end up in the end.
Yeah. It was just kind of dumb. Well, then we had. Shoot, what did we have after this? Did we have the Rock Cena segment? Was that right after this?
I think we have the Royal Rumble, or the Royal Rumble, the Battle Royal Rumble first.
Oh, that's right. Hey,
Battle Royale.
They had Baron Corbin one, which was awesome. I didn't
That was
expect
dope,
him.
yeah.
I didn't expect him to win, and when he won, I was like, hell yeah. So that was good. They actually
Biggest
used.
pop, biggest pop of the night for me was Shaq. Not gonna lie, that was awesome.
Anyways, but they finally used this thing to put someone over. So yeah, that's
Very
good.
true. Yes.
And then they had this whole Rock Cena segment, which is buried the Wyatts.
This is
He
yeah.
basically made fun of the Wyatts, and it was kind of dumb. Uh,
That was ridiculous.
it was stupid.
We had all that advertising for just that moment specifically.
It was
Gosh darn
pretty.
it.
It was pretty stupid. And
I will
then
say
we,
this though, I am actually happy that Cena's going to be coming back soon.
I guess he's coming back Memorial Day. So
hmm I'm looking forward to that. I'm not gonna
yeah.
lie.
Then we had Rock or not Rock Triple H versus Roman, which at this point the show had went on. The main show had went on 4 hours. And at this point, I just wanted it to be over, and they had another 30-minute match, which it wasn't a bad match,
Mhm.
but at this point, I'm just done. I was just done with the show, and the crowd was done with the show. You could hear the Ole chants and the boring chants,
hmm
although they kept on muting the microphones.
Good
Uh,
Lord. Yeah,
and then,
that was a sight to see.
yeah, Roman won, and we all went fuck. So yeah, that was Mania. It was a fine Mania, I guess. It wasn't an awful one. The problem was the past 2 years have been so great that this one, you know,
Yeah,
this one,
yeah.
this one kind of paled in comparison. But yeah, so now we got Payback here. We get the kickoff show again for some fucking reason. We
The
have
third straight time. Third.
the U.S. champion, Kalisto versus Ryback. Ryback has a chance at winning, but I really hope not.
I
If
doubt it. I really don't care for this
so,
match now too, which is a shame because Kalisto is just awesome. I wish they'd actually do
Kalisto's
something with
great.
it.
He's great. Fortunately, they don't know what to do with him.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh, then we're just gonna go straight to the main show. I'm gonna get this part out of the way. It's probably gonna happen later in the show. I don't know. Mr. McMahon will announce who's controlling Raw. I just want to get this fucking thing out of the way. It's probably gonna be Vince himself. Like,
Probably.
I'm running Raw. Fuck you. Bye. I mean,
I
that's it.
mean, I will say this though. My theory and my biggest hope is that somehow, some way, this leads to Seth's return.
How though? How would that? How would it lead to Seth's return?
He gets ready to he gets ready to announce someone or whoever is going to charge, and
And
I
it's
don't know where
Seth.
you hear the theme. Yeah,
That'd be great actually. That'd be
I
cool.
think it's possible.
But then, how would he wrestle if he's
What do you mean? How
controlling
he'd
Raw?
wrestle?
If he's controlling Raw, then why would he want to? I guess he can put himself in like main events. I don't know.
He's not going to be in charge. No, I'm just like I'm wondering how, because I would assume it's going to end up being something where he's the face, but I want him to kind of be against the authority in some type of way, and I feel like he'll be planting the seeds for it.
Oh,
Do it,
yeah,
but I think there's a chance that it can, because he's definitely coming back in May. I will say that. We know that by now,
yeah.
but we'll see.
We'll see. And then we have the Vaudevillains against Enzo Amore and Kala Cassidy for the tag team finals. Um, I have Enzo and Colin winning. But since the New Day are faces and the Vaudevillains seem to be more like heels, even
Mhm.
though they kind of aren't, I could see them having the Vaudevillains win. Either way, the match is going to be interesting at whoever wins this match against the New Day, because you have
Yeah,
the New Day, you know who's the New Day, and then you have Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy, they're just full of hype, and the Vaudevillains, which is an interesting mix. So uh, I could see either one, but I'll pick Enzo and Colin Cassidy just because they they pretty over.
I have no clue what's going to happen in this. I had another theory that, because I'm always full of theories in this show, I was thinking that you could have Gallows and Anderson take both teams out and insert themselves in a title match, which would avoid both teams losing very, very early into their careers.
You think WWE cares about that?
Yes, I think they do. For the fact that Kevin Owens losing would have been a pretty bad thing if he lost in the first match with the John Cena. Same thing with Rusev as well. So I
But
mean,
like they already had like Sami Zayn losing his first Raw match against Cena.
he's not losing to Owens. Well,
I said in his very first Raw match against Cena a year ago he lost.
I wouldn't say that's. I would say that's a different story. I would
How?
just with it being just a one-off thing. we already know how he is in NXT, and he didn't really come back afterwards. Well, probably because he was injured, but
He was
in the end, he
injured.
did come back and he took out Kevin Owens, and now we're in this very huge feud now. I mean,
Did you see
eventually he did
the?
lose the Styles as well, but that belt met them in the end.
What did you see the 4 minute promo that they had for these two?
Yes, it
That
was
was
awesome.
that was great. That was
It was
great.
fantastic. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm picking Amore, Colin Cassidy.
If my really crazy wild card theory doesn't happen, I'm taking the Vaudevillains.
Alrighty. Then we get Dolph Ziggler versus Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin's gonna win.
Yes, exactly.
Dolph Ziggler's a scrub, but he's not the scrub that you beat in 3 minutes like Tyler Breeze is now. Unfortunately, Tyler Breeze
Dude,
is that.
can we talk about Tyler Breeze for a second?
Shoot.
Can I really have the Gorgeous Troop actually happen?
I that I watch SmackDown and
Yeah.
because I'm going there next week
Yes, you are.
and yeah, so like I watched it and I heard it was a good show. It was a fine show, but I saw that happen and I'm like maybe this might be this is unfortunately where Tyler Breeze is at. That just me. At least
Yo,
they're doing something with him, I guess. I don't know.
think about it though. This would be the craziest comedy spot of all time. Think about it. I'm losing my mind actually thinking about how this is possible. It's not going to
Fine.
happen in the end because I'm sure we're going to have Golden Truth still eventually happen, but it's giving Fandango and it's giving Tyler Breeze really good spots. And Tyler Breeze and R-Truth sounds like comedy gold. It really does.
Yep. And so yeah, you're picking Corbin as well,
Yeah, of course. I
of
mean,
course.
certainly.
Let's just move on. Dean Ambrose versus Chris Jericho, which I guess this was the original match that they had for Mania until things kind of changed. Um, which kind of leads, which is I'm kind of wondering where AJ would be.
Mm.
Uh, but
I will say
anyways,
this before we start. Every match from here on is probably going to be a really good match.
oh
Every
yeah,
single one.
I even think the two that we already talked about will be good.
I think that tag match might be all right if it does happen. I'm being really ridiculous about this theory, but
You
that
probably
could be a
should
good
stop.
match. Yeah, I
Probably
probably
should
should.
stop. Dean Ambrose, Chris Jericho, Ambrose gonna win.
Yeah, I guess so. Jericho's
It,
already got his win. He's putting him over. I don't know if they'll kind of have a feud after this, but they could. But I think Ambrose will probably win regardless.
he better win, or I might hurt you. And then we have the Intercontinental Championship match: The Miz versus Cesaro.
Hmm.
I really hope Cesaro wins, but I think The Miz will win to get that heat.
Cesaro, I could see winning at Extreme Rules, in a rematch. This full card probably will end up being a rematch city at Extreme Rules in like 3 weeks after this. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll take Miz in this one, probably by distraction with Maurice.
Isn't that what always the card after the next show after whatever the first show after WrestleMania is? It's just rematches.
Which made sense because you had like Backlash, now we have Payback.
Yeah,
Extreme Rules didn't really fit, but when we're talking about those type of shows, I mean, it could work there.
yeah. And then we have Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens, which hopefully they give a lot of time to them because they will always have a great match.
I agree. I think it's going to be an awesome one. It's probably the first time we actually get this match in WWE, period, talking about NXT as well. Because the other time was like, it was somewhat of a match. We didn't really have it a couple times in NXT, so
And we
I'm
get
actually looking forward to it.
they faced twice in NXT, and the first time it was really just Owens beating down Zayn,
Yeah.
and then the second time was they had to work around Sami Zayn's shoulder injury,
hmm
so he didn't do a lot of spots. Um, but and it was really just a big brawl on the outside, which was fine, but you know.
And now we got this match, which I'm sure both guys are looking to just steal the show,
Hmm.
especially in the first match on the feud on the main roster. So I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to it.
But I think Owens is winning. And the reason why I think Owens is winning is because they're setting up this feud to go longer.
hmm
Even though Sami Zayn has had he's been on a losing streak. Uh, did he beat Rusev? Yes, he did. So
Yeah,
he
roll
didn't.
up.
Yeah, so he didn't. He hasn't been on that big of a losing streak. But before that, I don't even think he won a match on Raw yet. But yeah. So I think these two. Honestly, I think one of these two are winning the Money in the Bank.
I agree. I think Kevin Owens will.
I think Kevin Owens will, and then he'll cash it in on Sami Zayn to set up a bigger match, maybe like a Mania or something.
Could
And
you
if it's
see
if
this
it
being kind of like the same exact thing where Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins happened and
yeah,
Owens won and then Zayn is going to try and stop him?
yeah.
I think so too.
I think these two are feuding all summer,
I could very well see it.
and then they're gonna have like a big blow off match, maybe like at SummerSlam.
I'm hoping so. Could, I wouldn't be shocked if they actually put the Money in the Bank contract on the line.
Yeah,
I could see that. Just kind of amp it up a little bit more. Even though
because
I wouldn't really say it needs to, but I could see it.
what's great about Zayn is that like with Zayn, he's one of those guys that he's basically the new Daniel Bryan,
Hmm.
and like he's one of those guys that works better if he's chasing a title for a long time,
Agreed.
and then he finally wins it.
Yeah,
Like
it's
what
going to
he
be amazing when he does.
like what he did at NXT Evolution, right? So
Hmm.
like I could see them having Owens maybe cash it in before if they want to set up this match for a WrestleMania main event. I feel like they could do that, and what they could do is have Owens cash it in, not necessarily on Zayn, but maybe on someone, and then Zayn wins the Royal Rumble, and then they have Owens versus Zayn at Mania. That's how I would book it.
Mm, you could do that.
They could do
Oh my
that, but
gosh.
again, I'm kind of maybe freaking out about it because I see the possibilities and WWE doesn't, but still, it's gonna be a fun, good stuff. You are not leaving this fucking room.
And
I have my cat in here, and she's been in here since 7 a.m.
now you want to
sleeping.
leave. No.
Now you want to leave when I'm doing this fucking podcast. Princess, get your ass over here.
Gosh darn it.
We're flying by this card.
I'm
Going pretty
taking Owens,
fast.
by the way.
You're picking Owens too?
I'm taking Owens. They're going to have a rematch at Extreme Rules for sure. I don't know what the stip's going to be. Probably going to be no disqualification or just Extreme Rules, I guess. But I would take Owens in this one. Actually, no, I take Zayn. Sorry. That's what I was thinking about. I was taking Zayn.
I really
That's,
hope I really hope that this match actually gets some time and like it's not like one of those matches that is not going to happen,
I
you
think it
know.
will. I definitely think it will.
But yeah. So then we have the women's match, Charlotte versus Natalia. Charlotte's winning.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it, though. Again, because I know these guys have like really good chemistry. So that should be really good.
They haven't had a bad match. They had a good match in NXT, and it's basically the same thing as NXT. You know, Ric Flair's going to be on Charlotte's side, and Bret Hart's going to be on Natalia's side,
Exactly.
just like in NXT. But yeah, I think Charlotte's going to win. I'll set up not a rematch, but it could set up for other feuds going forward.
I don't know who she's going to feud with after this, honestly. I don't think she's feuding with Becky. Becky will probably be with Emma, it sounds like.
Yeah,
And also, I'll say this about WrestleMania too. I'm really glad that Becky took the fall and not Sasha. Not because I didn't want Sasha to lose, but I wanted Becky to actually like definitively get out of the title picture, if that's where they were going with it. So,
I guess. Um, Then I guess we only have one match left. We kind of flew by this card.
good lord.
Uh, uh, we have Roman Reigns versus AJ Styles for the World Heavyweight Championship match. This guy has been AJ Styles. Let me just say this: for people that were worried that he was going to, be like a mid Carter for life, right?
Yeah.
He's definitely not. He's
Mm-mm.
probably had the fastest push. Like I mean, his first match, his debut match was for the world title.
Basically. Yep.
If you think about it, yeah. And then now he's in this match already after what, like since January, so like 4 months
Yeah.
after he debuted. That's pretty freaking insane. That's
That's pretty
awesome.
awesome. Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know. I don't think he's gonna win. I'm gonna be cheering for him, but I'm not picking him to win. Um, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe if Gallows and Anderson turn on him.
Oh.
or maybe they try to help AJ, and like AJ says no, so then they'll have some stupid ref bump like
Hmm.
every TNA finish. So AJ's used to that. Um, you get your fucking ass in here.
Yeah.
Don't fucking crawl. Don't fucking scratch on the door.
Get in here.
Piece of shit.
Gosh darn
Anyways.
it.
Anyways, so yeah, so AJ's used to having those TNA finishes. So then they'll probably attack. They'll attack AJ, and then Roman will win. And maybe it could set up for Finn Balor, but then again, like I said, he's kind of set up for a rematch, so it'll be interesting.
Am I drinking the Kool-Aid too much and thinking that Styles can win this match?
Listen, I want him to win. Stop fucking doing that!
Gosh darn it. Get back here.
Yeah, don't you fucking meow at me. Come here. Come here. Princess.
We starting on this nonsense. Gosh darn it.
Alright, go ahead. Wait, what were we going to say? I'm trying to get my cat in here.
I'm going to actually pick Styles to win this, and I really shouldn't, but I'm going to.
If you had to put your kids on the line, your future kids, would you still pick him?
What kind of question is that? Why would I do that?
Because
I'm not gonna.
you're
I
forced.
don't
You're
bet
forced into
actual
the
money in
situation.
wrestling. Why would I do that?
You're forced into the situation.
Man, get out of here with that. I'm gonna pick Styles to win this, not because my children are on the gosh darn line, but
I
I.
just, I just want to say this: Finn Balor is like the biggest fucking troll ever.
I mean, he's. Did you really expect him
He's
to come in on Monday?
No, I didn't. But
Okay.
still, he's done this stuff before, and it's kind of fantastic.
Yes.
Prince, I'm gonna murder this cat's entire family.
My freaking gosh.
I don't think she's ever seen her family since like 8 years ago when we got her. But you know, anyways,
Lord.
I think Roman's winning. I'm picking Roman to win. I don't want him to win, but I really hope this leads into something bigger. The answers some good stuff. Come here, come on.
I'm
Piece of
gonna
shit.
take the shock pick and have Styles win with the interference of either Gallows and Anderson, or maybe, just maybe Finn Balor. I doubt it, but I could definitely see Gallows and Anderson giving Styles a win.
Yeah. I wouldn't be, and then maybe he would have the match. Not the match, but maybe they could have a rematch. They'll have a rematch, Extreme Rules, and Roman can win it back and be a four-time champion. Shawn Michaels was only a three-time champion in his life.
Okay, hold on. I just had an epiphany. I'm gonna have Styles win for sure by interference. Gallows and Anderson will help him, and we'll have a steel cage match at Extreme Rules.
See, steel cages never keep anyone out. That's
That's
just stupid.
We know, but they're going to do that, and you know what's going to happen.
Even last year when they had Orton versus Seth, they're like, "I got to keep you fucking authority motherfuckers out of here." So let's have a steel cage match. Okay. Well, they still got in the fucking match anyways.
Dude. Oh yeah, I had an epiphany. This is it. I'm telling you right now. Look at this. Look at this. Listen. You gotta you
Mother.
gotta have this. Okay.
Hold on.
Seth is
Princess, you
gosh
cocksucker.
darn it.
Go. I
Seth
heard
Rollins
Seth.
is not going to return on Sunday, but he's going to return 2 weeks after Payback, and we're going to have eventually AJ, Gallows, and Anderson versus somehow Ambrose, Rollins, and Reigns. With the authority somehow in this.
Okay.
I'm putting that on the line right now. I'm going to say that's going to happen.
Would you bet your kids on it?
No, gosh darn it. But I think that's very possible. I think that's very
um.
possible, very, very possible for the fact that that would also probably make Reigns look a lot better. And that's probably what they want to do in the end game. Despite the fact that I don't want that to be the fact, but they probably want Reigns to look a lot better. And that's one way of doing it, by just actually putting the Shield back together against the gosh darn Bullet Club for the world title and authority. So I think that's probably going to happen.
Do you hear that?
Yes, I do hear it.
This fucking pussy.
Gosh darn it.
But anyways, like all those things that you said, I wish will happen, but they're probably not.
Thanks for shooting them
So
down. Thank you. You
you're welcome.
son of a gun.
But listen, I want them to happen, but they're not going to. Uh, and I fucking hate you.
Man, this cat, man. This cat needs to go. I'm
I'm
telling you.
gonna. I'm shooting myself in the face.
Gosh darn it.
Um. Anyways, let's kind of just wrap up the show, I guess.
Like,
I mean, I don't know what else you want to talk about, and I have this fucking cat that's annoying the shit out of me.
with that said, actually, I'm gonna pull another one too. Look at this. Watch this. Enzo and Omori win on Sunday. They're going to have the finals, or not the finals, but they're going to have the tag title match supposedly at Extreme Rules, and that's when Gallows and Anderson take them out and put themselves in the tag title match and win, and start to build the entire Bullet Club like that. Look at this.
You're
This
such
is
a smart man.
this is the booking of a lifetime right now. I'm telling you, and I
They
would love
just
every second of it if it happened.
they just need the Young Bucks in and then super kick everyone.
Yo, did you see the Young Bucks socks? The freaking
Yes.
crew neck that is shipped to my house right now. That is already mine. The freaking
My
new shirt that just came out
God.
today. That is incredible. I'm not gonna get it because I got this crew neck that is ballers frick. But I'm just saying, Young Bucks are having the merch sales probably boosted in the next week. I'm gonna tell you, they're gonna they're balling out.
Anyways, um, yeah. Hopefully, Payback's a good show. I hope so. And I will be at SmackDown next week. Can you fucking stop?
Please stop it.
I
Gosh
will
darn it.
be I will be at SmackDown. I'll be 6 rows behind Mauro Ronaldo. So
Hey,
so
hey,
I'm gonna hear this beat. This man follows me on Twitter, so I hope he recognizes me.
really?
Yeah.
What a beast.
um, and yeah. So he's a beautiful man. I want to see his beautiful face in person, and I want to hear that beautiful face. So what comes out of that beautiful face in
There you
person?
go.
So
That's what I was gonna say. That was really weird.
uh, it's very weird, but fucking YOLO, dude. Anyways, and you have anything to plug?
Don't be shocked if I do payback highlights on Monday.
Yeah. And if you want to go check out my WrestleMania 32 recap, it's on my second channel.
Yo,
I'm trying to do those more often because I like doing them. So yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. If we had a week more in the deadline, I would have entered it.
Yeah. Well, like the thing is, like, all right. So basically, I'm kind of running the MV zone. Me and Cheese are basically running the MV zone at this
Yes, we
point.
are.
I don't know if I said that last time, but like we've had like a bunch of these new fucking kids come in, and it's
Darn kids.
probably the most annoying thing. And now they're voting in the Mania recap thing besides A-Tray, and they really don't have a fucking clue what they're talking about. Uh, it's kind of sad. Uh, like I'm gonna give you an example. Hold on. So this one guy, his name's STS. He's an annoying fuck.
I hope
He
he hears this.
well, I'm gonna be doing a podcast
Oh
on
yeah, I forgot you guys did that.
I'm doing a podcast on Sunday, and I basically run the thing now. So I'm the host, and we're doing it after Payback. So I'm basically gonna be venting. Uh, I was basically gonna be me yelling about this stupid shit.
Pipe bombs
Uh,
everywhere.
but we did a predictions thread, and he predicted this guy named Trolley, which is basically off. You remember that off forever, whatever,
Oh, I do. I do.
that's basically him.
I remember.
Yeah, and he picked. I'm facing him, and he picked me over him. He said Trolley's last video from last comp was horrible, but he commented on his video saying, "Wow, this is amazing."
Good man. He sounds honest.
Like,
I like him.
can people not have their own fucking opinions? Like, he said that it was great, and then everyone else said it was shit, and then he goes, "Oh no, this thing's shit." Okay, This guy has no fucking idea. People just can't have their own opinions now, and it's fucking pissing me off. Anyways,
Bow, bow.
um, yeah, that's all I have to say. Uh,
Ooh, two
thank you
more
all.
things I want to say.
He has two things he wants to say.
Number one, I've been putting a lot of from the vault videos out of nowhere. Don't be shocked if another one comes in the next week. Maybe a little bit longer. We'll see how I'm feeling. Sometimes I'll just kind of drop it. Number two, I actually realized that I have the most viewed video on Addicted to Editing's video channel. So I just wanted to say that. You're welcome.
Which one is that?
The WrestleMania recap.
Of course.
I mean, yeah, that's going to be the
More
most
than
viewed
more
ones
than
on
Lee
there.
more than Lily's.
Yep. I think I had like 681. He had like 550 something. So suck it.
God damn.
This is the biggest achievement of my life.
Hey,
I'm not gonna
listen,
lie.
I only have two videos that he uploaded, so it's
I have
okay.
two as well though. We're
It's okay.
dude, brothers. A2E
Well,
brothers.
like one of mine is like a movie one, and they get no views on this channel, so it's okay.
Gosh darn it. See, look at this. A2E forever. Except that other highlighters got talent contest that we just never happened again after I won it. So
Thank God.
I know, right?
Thank God we never had that again.
I
Because
retired it. You're welcome.
it was one guy running the whole thing, and that's never a good sign. But anyways,
Yeah.
I have to let my fucking cat out, so shut the fuck up.
Get under control, you loser.
Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys all enjoy, and go fuck yourself. Bye.